Well, welcome back, Gary.
Oh, glad you came. So, what I was gonna say to you that I just wanna just give you things that I've told you earlier at this point. So, for some reason, Jason, I have just admitted to make a difference between them. So, when I basically getting away from them, because I didn't get told by somebody, but there is no way I cannot agree with anybody. There was no disagreement, so I had to trying to do my best. But the other ways we're doing, because I had a phone call from your taxes, but I couldn't get anything to stop with. But it's impossible ways to doing. But for some reason, it may never make contains that one of the substituting anything that it doesn't give everything what we need. No, when I was spoken to you about things is getting worse, they're getting worse or something like that. But the other ways they did this to me for the whole reason. When Jefferson fired me because I got fired, because I'm fired for no reason. But the only ways I can't do whatever I wanted. Okay, I'm just gonna explain to you about this. You didn't saw me, when I was out, when I came here alongside. I know I didn't make any harm, just in case I don't want to make you feel regret, but nothing to be serious. So, from 6 months ago when I been to my department, when I was the detective, I used to never been undercover for the whole time. When I was undercover, I am no longer be undercover as well. But for some reason, Jason, I may never ever do it again. But sometimes, Jason, they did not know who they didn't know where I am. So, for some reason, they took me a few times. After I came down for the sweat all the time. When I murder a few officers that, I didn't know why Jefferson kicked me out from nowhere. That's why, because I got banned and fired. Because I got fired and banned for life. Because I got banned for life, you know what I mean, Jason? But for some reason, that's when I gave you money last year. So last year I gave you the money from last year, so then it will be gone for no reason. So no way. There is no way I can't do that for you. So last year, I hand you the money. Yeah. I gave you $500. So I give you $500 for the whole time. But last year when I gave you the money, I gave you the money for $500. So $500 that I gave you that last year. So basically, it's not an honest problem. It's an honesty. It's an honesty for the infant. There is no infant child, but no infant childhoods, but nothing to be serious at all, Jason. But recently, they've taken me to where I've started. I started to kill every officers, but then when Jefferson saw me on camera, he put me on camera and send it to the footage of what I've killed. That's what I killed every officers. But for some reason, Jason, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it takes to be here for 4. Nothing matters. But nothing serious. I ain't do anything but nothing to be serious. But for some reason, it ain't gonna happen to me when it's done. So I know if anyone who could mention it, it's not me. 'Cause I don't blame myself for no reason. one of my police cases aren't really. So I checked the case. There's a cases problems. So I seen it because it's not even solved accurately. Because he's not even doing it constantly. When I told you things already, me and Jefferson we saw you on camera, on footage, on the video footage that I've seen on the surveillances that we've just recorded. But we've already recorded on you for shooting every officers, killing 2 officers, and then you murdered them. What do you mean by a murderess? Are you a murderess? Are you the murderous detective? I don't think you're detective. You're not undercover. If you're not undercover, you're not even undercover anymore. But this is not the exactly the same thing. This is exactly what they've done to you. It's not what they made you. It's not what they made you for the whole reason, Gary. But for some reason, you gave me the right optical. The optimal things that it doesn't matter. It does not give you the right thing constantly. So what it means, it does not give you the comply. They do not comply anything sustainably. It's not that kind of thing. But subtly, it's not things all happened. When is this happening, it leashes out. It lashes out of business, but they don't really get in. You're not going back in business, but you're doing nothing. Your job is nothing. But what they trying to say to you, well, if Gary isn't quite capable of killing a few officers, capable of killing those officers, and you didn't know what you were doing. You expected to take everything. You taking your reactions, but you did not do it immediately, taking care of what they needed to do. But they doing anything what they've done. But what is the matter with you, Gary? Do you have a problem with you? Do you have a problem with yourself? Or are you just being shy and being nervous or something like that? But forget about it. It's not a big deal. I've been spoken to someone on the phone. It does not belongs to the other people in my mind. It doesn't belongs to me. It belongs to you. But no matter what it wants to do it doesn't make queries, but it doesn't make everything honored. But something it's going on with you. But some reason, Gary, it's not the real thing to say. Nothing to be matters of it. Well, what do you mean by that? If there's nothing you can tell me, so what's going to happen to you? But what's going to happen to us then? So what do you mean by that, Gary? Killing every people? It doesn't apply to yourself, isn't it? It doesn't. Okay, fine, Jason, okay, fine. If you insist, fine, I'll give you $250 for my bank account, okay? My bank account is in my bank, alright? So, when I checked it on the list, it doesn't sound particular to me. So I killed every officers in my mind. But what's it gonna happen to you? What's gonna happen to you that it's not really the suggestions that... But to be honest right now, Jason, here's the deal. This one, yeah? I want you take this to David. So I've already paid for $50. Take my debt and do your job. You understand me? Thank you. I'll let David know if he's gonna come back. We don't want to confirm any cases that doesn't belong to you. But I've got your debt. But there's nothing that is going on with you. But we don't have to confirm any cases. But many cases don't ever think about. But I don't want you to kill everybody. It's just you. I don't want you here anymore. But this is not important. So, we'll see you again later on, okay? See you later. Night, Jason.